Hey y'all, you're tuning into
Two
Friends That Get It. Two women
Real conversations.
and all in between. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a great day. You look good, friend.
Thank you.
What was you about to say?
I was going to say happy Valentine's Day, you beautiful girl.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day to you too, beautiful.
Thank you.
I look like I'm just don't celebrate because I'm just in the dark colors.
I love the black though. Black is the go-to. I try to represent a little bit. Wear a little pink, put a little rose on, a little floral.
It just went with my hair. This all this aesthetic I was going for.
The vibe. Love the glasses.
Thank you. It's giving teacher. It's giving meet me after school at 3:00. Come back.
Not the finger.
And bring your daddy. No.
The daddy is crazy. I want the granddaddy. No, I'm just playing.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
Now some granddaddies have been
looking a little
scrumdiddlyumptious.
Dum-dum.
So
without further ado,
I'm Danny.
It's your girl KC.
Yep, and we're hopping right back into it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Two Friends TGI, okay? And also follow us on all social media platforms at Two Friends TWO TGI.
Thank you.
Now let's get into spicy.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
With Two Friends. Let me go first. I always want to go first.
Yeah, go. I'm not gonna ever say I want to go first.
Okay, so I took it very chill this week because I feel like I always come real heat, real intense,
real raunchy.
Yeah, real raunchy. It do be raunchy, but I like raunchy a little bit.
It's not
okay. Raunchy. So I'm going cool this week.
Mm-hmm.
I want blank kids. So you're gonna answer. Let me know how many kids you want. Your choices are 0, 1, 2, or 3+.
Easy. 1.
That's it?
Yes.
Really?
At this age, yes. I ain't got the tolerance. I'm okay with 1. If I can get twins and be one and done with my tube type, cool. But if not, I'm straight with just 1. And you got to be cool with that too, babe. Yeah. So whoever my future, whatever.
Why you all in my brain? No,
and I'll be a stepmama. No. That's where the 1 kid come from.
No, you gotta have one of your. So you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Together, like if he already got, you know what I'm saying, 2 kids.
Yeah, that's a lot. Too many. I'm gonna go with 0 or 1. 0 because I've honestly gotten to the point where I'm just like, what? I'm okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Nothing wrong
I'm
with
okay
that.
if it's none. And then 1 son. I always had wanted a daughter at first. I'm like, what am I gonna do with a son? Like that's so boring. They clothes boring and all of that. And I always wanted a daughter. And I'm like, yeah, I know how to dress. And like I can teach a woman how to be a woman. I can't teach a man how to be a man. But now I want a son. Just 1.
I've always wanted a son. I've never wanted a daughter.
Really?
I've never heard that out of my mouth. No.
Yeah, I know.
That's dealing with another me.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have a daughter. You need to.
It's gonna be a boy. The Lord knows what I need.
Yeah. Do you hear me? It's crazy. You want me to do 1 more before you get into yours? I took it very, very chill. Very chill. Very chill.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It sounds like you were looking for something crazy.
I was, y'all. I'm sorry. So I've traveled to blank countries. A, 1, B, 2 to 5, C, 6 to 10, or D, 11+.
Between 2 to 5.
2 to 5? Okay.
I think so. Yeah. 2 to 5 sounds about right. Yeah. What about you?
I think that's the same. Maybe 5. Countries, yeah.
Yeah. As far as like the country, I'm like 5. Yeah. It's around that
maybe
range.
Do we count Toronto?
Yeah, that's out the country.
Yeah. So if we count that, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And a 7th one this year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually kind of low. As much as I travel, you would think it would be more, but I think it's because we go to like sometimes the same places, different times.
Yeah.
Or, like,
because I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to like, state to state because it's always a good time. And then because when you go out them out of country trips, it'd be a lot. So like this year I'll be adding 2 more.
Yeah.
It'll be
Dominican.
7. Yeah.
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 Yup.
So.
Yeah, mine be 7 too. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with. That's why I tell people like, oh, you ain't never been here, never been there. No, because I'm trying to get out the country. Like,
yeah,
those will always be here. Yeah. With all the stuff going on in the world, I'd rather.
I could always travel. Go to Utah.
Utah. That was actually a play in my brother's high school.
I could always go to Utah.
Okay.
What you got? What you got for me? I'm ready.
True or false? I've been in love more than 2 times.
More than 2? Oh, false. Easy. False.
Good. Oh, false for me too.
Oh, false for you too?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have not been in love more than 2 times. I haven't. The biggest age gap between you and somebody that you slept with. A, 1 to 2 years. B, 3 to 5 years. C, 6 to 9 years. D, 10 plus years.
Oh, we telling the truth.
I mean, it's the safe space.
I can remember my options that quick, but 6 years.
Okay.
6. Yeah. What about you? But she gonna watch this like, GL, sis.
I know. 10.
We both gonna say 10. So without further ado, this is episode 9, and we are talking about trending topics. So y'all about to hear our real take and these real conversations on the hottest things that have been happening lately. So I'm gonna kick it off. We gonna start with Miss Nikki Baby and Mr. Swerve on that corner. How you feel about
stink about
How you feel about him leaving her with 2 kids and one that's only like 2 months?
I mean, it's unfortunate. That's just and that's not even just with celebrity. That's just for anybody that, you could be with someone for a long period of time, short period of time, and you could be engaged. If you ain't married, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just really sad because I do like Miss Nikki Baby. Like, I always liked her for Love and Hip Hop, but I was just like not even trying to be funny. But if y'all ever did watch Love and Hip Hop, she went through the same thing with Masika herself. Masika was a side. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just like, dang girl, you can't catch a break. Yeah. And I like her because, she a boss and she's from money. She comes from money. Like, her parents is rich.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they run, different strip clubs, whatever. So like, she know how to get her bag and stay in it. But it's just unfortunate. Ain't he young too?
Yeah. I don't know how old he is, but he is younger than her. Like about 6 years maybe. If I'm wrong then, but I think about 6 years. I think for me, I didn't like that the side or new girlfriend or new baby mama, I don't know what she is, but because everybody been saying something different. But I didn't like that she came out and was trying to defend his honor like Nikki was talking about her and to her. Like, this not your beef. This not your, you know what I'm saying? You know how they say, like, you lose them how you get them? Yeah. And I never like when women like try to laugh, do the ha, like they said with Summer Walker. Like, you did all of that with, what's his face, first baby mama, and now you in the same predicament. So it was like, she wasn't talking to you. She's talking about her experience and like him leaving her. So why insert yourself? I just don't like that. Like, I mean, like she said, I agree with everything Danny said. Like, it can happen to anybody, and it's very unfortunate. It's sad because people just don't, they normalize it and be like, well,
and it's like, and because I didn't even know who the girl was. I didn't even know who G-Lo was before. Is that his name, G-Lo?
Hey, we might be saying it wrong. I don't know what his
name is. Mr. G-Lo? Swerve.
I just know he's swerving on them corners. Whoa,
I know his dad gonna be disappointed because he really liked Nikki.
Yeah, they said that. I heard about that.
So, because I'm not really because I stopped following blogs.
Yeah.
And everything like over 3 years ago. So I'm like 3 years sober. So I don't really keep up unless it's like I see it maybe on TikTok more so than anything. But other than that, I be like, I don't be in the know of like everything what's going on. Like, I catch on to it late, or I be like, oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's who such and such is. So it's like, even with this situation, it's really messed up. And then for her to be parading around, I heard from my sources, no,
a source told me
that this is not the first time that she's done this. Like, she was a whole nother dude and got a new tattoo, like, covered up. Like, it was the same situation. He was with somebody and she just swerved on in there or did whatever. But he gonna be irrelevant real soon anyway.
It's gonna be old news real soon.
And I think it is now. I don't really think they have been talking about it because of other events that has transpired since then. But yeah, it's really unfortunate. You know, everybody just be careful who you lay up with and have these kids with. That's the most important. Like, don't be having these dudes' babies thinking that they gonna stay.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard what she said.
Because 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10 ain't gonna stay. But half of them, they do. Don't jump me.
Okay, hello.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a different time that we live in. Yeah. Very, very tricky.
I agree. Speaking of tricky, these concert prices. Y'all, these concert prices are very tricky. Very, very, very
insane.
Sticky. What'd Jay say?
You know how sticky you get?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
For sure. What's the highest you've ever paid for a concert ticket?
Probably Chris Brown last year. Like, I don't know about y'all.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm on a whole nother bracket. Okay, I ain't gotta pay or be very slim to none. Shout out to my sister-in-law. She be hooking your girl up. So I ain't gonna. So this was the most last year. Was the most, and I paid for even going to concerts, number one, and then paying high prices. Okay. But a lot of concerts I went to, especially back then, it wasn't that much. Like, it was always like one something, maybe two something. I've been to a hefty lot of concerts. And I'm talking about like the big names too. Yeah. So it's like, crazy. But I think now is really ever since COVID.
The inflation,
but it's also the venues.
Yeah,
because you got to think about it. All these places were shut down for so long, and they probably wasn't making up. Well, they weren't making money because there wasn't anything going on. So ever since then, of course, the cost of everything went up. So now the venues are charging these artists a lot more money.
Yeah,
but Ticketmaster needs to be slapped in the face.
They're supposed to be getting sued. They need. I don't know about who, but somebody once.
Celebrity was suing
Drake.
Them. Maybe it was Drake. Yeah, but his concert 2 years ago.
Savage,
Because it was like them feed prices was like really insane. Like, why can't it just be one flat fee?
Yeah,
because I have every app. I got Gang Time, I got TickPick, I got Ticketmaster, Live Nation, Vivid, whatever you can think of, and you just be going back and forth, and it's like
too much. I was about to say with that Drake concert. So what was the price, if you don't mind, before I jump into
how much did we pay? You wouldn't have got the tickets.
I forgot. That was me, wasn't it?
It was like
$345.
Yeah, it
was $345, and then no taxes because I went to the box office.
Yep.
So the most I've ever paid was Drake's concert with 21 Savage. It was $500. And I'm a big Drake fan, so like at that time I had it, I did it, but I said I was gonna do it no more because I was like, this is really ridiculous.
Oh, that was when they was just on tour.
Yeah, that was when they went because they end up the Detroit one. They end up adding another show because they sold out so fast. But I was on the site. I went on the day of. I should have did it on the pre-sale because I would have got it way cheaper. I didn't pay $500, so that was the most I've ever paid. But what's even crazier about that is because in 2013, Would You Like a Tour, or maybe 2012, I can't remember, but I'm straight out of high school. And I remember my very first Drake concert, I sat in the second row. And me and my boyfriend at the time literally only paid for, well, I didn't pay it, but it was $400 for 2 tickets.
That's why I was like,
I saw Drake sweat. I was literally like, what?
I can't remember when me and my sister went to see Rihanna out in Auburn Hills at the Palace. We didn't even know we had floor seats.
Literally.
Like, she was flying in a box over us. It was so lit. Like, I think we was fairly like close. Like, I can remember which row it was. Because they had to escort you. So we didn't know where we was going. So we walked and we like, oh, we got 4 seats, but we only paid like maybe 2 something for the ticket.
Yeah.
For floor seats now,
a band. Like a band plus more.
Yeah, like the Beyonce I mean, I'm not going to this. I'm not into whatever. I ain't even listened to this country album that she just did. I like Beyonce. I'm not part of the Beehive, but I do like her. I have went to a couple of her concerts. I went to her and Jay-Z concert. I went to his Jay-Z concert by himself. Okay. The what tour was that? Oh, that 411 tour. I think it was something like that.
Oh, that's all accurate.
Yeah, that was like back in 2017 or 2018, one of the ones. But even for those, like Beyonce came, what was that? The same year as Drake. Yeah. And her ticket was cheaper than Drake's.
Yeah. But also a lot of people did go on there and put the tickets on resale, and I cannot stand that.
They need to ban that.
Yeah. I hate that people can go and like buy it on pre-sale for like $200, go and resell it and make a $500 profit. Like, it's just so bold. Like, they shouldn't allow people to do that.
Yeah.
They even did it for the weekend.
Oh yeah,
you bought yours 2 days before I bought mine on the day of, and like I was in there scrambling trying to get the ones on regular sale.
Even when I was on there, when they had it on pre-sale, every time I had it in my cart, it will be gone. I'm like, well, why is the point of the timer of saying you got this much time and y'all snatching it away? I'm like, what? I'm like, what am I? But I have finally secured and got it. I said, here we go. Like, you got to be quick, but I do feel like they need to ban the resale, like that. The resales is ridiculous. Like, that's even for a sport game, sporting events. Like, we looked out on the one game we went to go see the Lions, and literally we bought it on a Friday. The game was on a Sunday, the Rams game, and we were row 5
for like 200.
Yes, I'm like, it was 190 to 185 to be exact, plus the fees, which was like, $2, but that was a great price. And then after that, it just went. I ain't seen a ticket price since then.
I did get lucky because the tickets that I paid for me and my best friend, it was front row. It was literally front row, and it was like well into the season. I think I paid like $3 something for those.
Oh, that's not bad.
A piece, because I remember saying like, dang, like how I get Lions tickets for the first row, but I waited until the day of, a couple hours before the game though. And I got those, and I was like, the price of what I paid for those after all the fees was like the price of like one ticket days before, like in that same section, like rows back. So yeah, I looked up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ended up looking up. Speaking of bans, because you said ban and it triggered something, and I want y'all to let me know in the comments, how did y'all feel about when TikTok got banned for was it a whole 24 hours? Or was it like 12?
It was like 18 hours, 17 hours. It felt like 48 to me.
Yeah. I want y'all to tell me how y'all felt. But I'm going to ask you, how did you feel about people on social media making fun of others that was like mad that it went away?
They was lames. They didn't have no social life. They didn't know how to work TikTok.
Yeah.
That's really mainly what it is. Like, people don't know how to work it, how to create and do. They're not content creators. So I just felt like they like, well, they don't do anything. They should have better income. I said, you have to think about it. When people are on social media, the content creators, I have mad props for them, because that's a whole nother job.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it. They getting all these brand deals that they have to promote. Like, that's how they make their money. So why are y'all so mad at people, for doing that? I mean, I monetize, off of it. Like, I had just got, last year, I think in October, they approved me to start monetizing on there. So it's like, that's the extra little, income where you like. So I didn't like that. People I just feel like they was lame. They didn't know what they was doing. They didn't know how to work it.
Yeah. I saw so many people on Instagram like, y'all need to get a real job. Like, finally TikTok gone. Like, y'all relied on them too much to do the basic things of life. Like, y'all didn't know how to cook without TikTok. Y'all didn't know how to clean up y'all house without TikTok. Y'all didn't know how to do this without TikTok. And it's like, it wasn't about people not knowing how to do it. It's like, you can grab ideas. Like, a lot of people go on there and travel look for inspiration for food ideas.
Yeah.
Like maybe they're trying to find a place to go if they're new to a different city, or you going somewhere like.
And I think see a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's beneficial, and I just genuinely like it because I have a good time on there. Like
it's carefree.
Okay.
But I'll be able to crack it up.
Literally, like despite the following and like trying to monetize or create content or like finding my way, like I literally enjoy going to my For You page and laughing.
Like I literally be in my bed, like rubbing my feet together, cracking up, sending stuff to like you, my cousins, my friends. Like we be on there like dying laughing to the point where I will rewatch the same videos because it's like y'all is really funny. Like it's a whole nother world. Like I love TikTok way better than Instagram.
Yeah.
On Instagram, I may watch people's stories, but I'm not as
I love TikTok for entertainment. I love TikTok for the fact of them putting a lot of people in positions to like change their life. Like I like that TikTok has made people, you know, like get out of their shell and like made them comfortable to do things that they probably wouldn't do. Yeah. I like specifically for my Instagram, I only just like my following. Like I like the people that I follow because I feel like I like that they talk to me. But if I had to choose TikTok over Instagram, it's gonna be TikTok over Instagram all day. Like I feel like it's definitely like way better. I just like I like my little people on Instagram. I don't mind because I be laughing on there too. But I think I just follow people that I genuinely know. So like sometimes it's like cool to like see people's day-to-day lives, even though I don't see them every day. But TikTok is just
TikTok is just a whole nother world. Like even my mom, like she was like, I'm so bored. You know, it's like she didn't know if this when I told her that TikTok was back, baby, she was at that kitchen table like scrolling and laughing. I'm like, now, like you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Good if any age range can relate to something.
Yeah, but like you said, it's about not only like you said outside of content creating. Like I use it a lot, especially when I'm going out of town, like out of country or just even state to state. Like I go on there and look for new places to try, especially if you want to say, well, you want to try something different. Something may have opened since the last time, to visit that destination. Yeah, and like, sometimes I do be looking up, I want to cook this differently or how do and it's like you find so many things, hairstylists, like, this girl, literally the other day, I was scrolling because I wanted to get braids from our trip.
You might be talking about the same girl I just saw. She got like millions of followers and she be recording her people before she do their hair. She a real nice braider. She only like 21.
I don't know. She's from here, but she lives in North Carolina, I believe.
Okay.
And I literally like her, like I was on her, I was like, oh, her braids is so neat, it's so nice. And when I looked at her location, I said, dang, but I commented. And I was like, dang, girl, I may have to catch a flight to, come see you. And when she responded back, she was like, oh, you from my hometown. I be up there all the time. I said, say you want to take an appointment when you get back.
Got you a new braider.
And she said, I'll be back in July. Literally DM me. She sent me her number. She was like, text me your number. She's like, let's stay in contact. And I said, engagement. I said, and she was doing specials, $160.
Oh, that's good.
Any length, any type of braids. Yes. I said, so I can do butt length.
Yeah.
Bohemian knotless braids. She was like, yes.
Oh, that's good. That's a steal.
That's what I said. And like when I said her work was really good, I was like, oh yeah. I said I can do that.
I like that. Yeah. I love a good TikTok. TikTok, you don't stop.
Yeah. So
why do we just do that?
Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy V-Day.
So with Valentine's Day, this is so funny. With TikTok and everything. My cousin, she sent a video of this lady posting Happy Valentine's Day, work husband, work wife. Y'all is about to mess up people's households.
Okay, on this getting those cards from them work husbands and
work wives. That's insane. Like that, they made that a real thing.
Like, do you know she was in a relationship? Who? Like a relationship outside of this work husband.
The girl?
Yeah.
No, so she was just in the store like, y'all, look what they got in the store. Like she was just posting like, just like at a CVS probably just posting the cards. Like she just running across and say it's not her personally, but she just like, I can't believe that they got these cards in here, like
messy.
Who is being messy and entertaining? How you feel about?
I see.
Did you ever have a work husband?
No,
I did.
No, work husband. No,
but I was single,
and they were single. No. No, I never had a. The thing is, like, out of college, I used to always work in like female dominated like type of jobs. Like when I was a CNA, no males. When I got to the hospital, no males, barely.
Yeah.
And then my human research job, no males. I just realized I literally didn't work with males until like now, recently. Where I'm at right now, recently. Yeah. So I didn't have a chance to do all of that. But I was also in a relationship throughout those times too. So no, I never did that. But I've seen people do it. I hear about people who do that plants. They say the plants be the worst. Those be the worst. Like everybody there with wives, husbands, be having a whole different relationships. I feel like plants and mortgage companies. Yeah, because it's a lot of messy stuff I done seen. And I'm talking about it done got back, especially at them Christmas parties. They be showing, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to go to work on Monday and hear what happened. And relationships be broken up. People be, it just be bad. Like really, really bad. That's gonna. Now, I've never been a side chick. She's never been a side chick. Yeah. So when do you think that the side chick's gonna be taken out? Since Valentine's Day is on a Friday, are they gonna be taken up Saturday or Sunday or next weekend or the weekend before? Okay, so hear me out. This year, Valentine's Day is today on a Friday. I'm thinking that the side chicks might be taken out next weekend altogether because you gotta think about it's a whole weekend. Yeah, it's a weekend now. Now with the other days, like say if it was like on a Monday, you could kind of balance it because you could take your girl out the days before Valentine's Day, celebrate a little bit early, and then you got your side chick the next, like literally the next day, or even maybe on the day of, weekend, like or that weekend. But I feel like because it's Friday. You got a side chick. You think your girl about to leave you on Saturday and Sunday to say you doing whatever? Fellas, let me know in the comments where y'all take y'all side. Yeah, because if I had a man and Valentine's Day is today and I ain't spend the weekend with him, I'd be like, hello, excuse me, what's going on? Who got a birthday? You said you going to who party? We going. About to go. We're going. Yeah. Like that's insane. It's like. Because even though it be a lot of funny memes out here, but it be the ones that like you got to 11:59 to send me that hush money. Like yeah. I be cracking up so bad, and I feel like people really probably be doing that. Yeah, they do. You ever caught somebody with their side chick somewhere? Like if you knew somebody who was in a relationship and maybe they was with a side chick and you saw them like, oh, like that's not Marquisha. I don't think I've ever caught, but I do know guys who are married or in a long-term relationship that do actively reach out to people, not me, but to one of my homegirls. And I'm talking about he caused a lot of riffraff because of his doing, and he still reaches out to this day. And you got a baby. Y'all married now. Y'all even work together. Oh, that's messy. That's messy. I said, but that's why I say I don't like when women blame the other women. Yeah. It's like, now if she knows, but you still can't, you can't control her. Yeah. You can't control what that other person do. I do not condone side chick, side dude, whatever that. I don't like any of it but the dude or women that you with, that's who you need to direct that anger towards. In my crash out days, I've definitely directed the anger towards both. Oh, you had something happen? Yeah. Do tell. Oh, you didn't know? So this girl had got my man something for Christmas, and he was trying to hide it. So I addressed this who? Yeah, so I had.
Do I know about this?
Yeah, so you tried to make us go see her in Toronto, and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's your. I'm like, you know her? You was like, oh, she cool. Like, I know her for such and such. I said, oh,
about
yeah,
me?
Yeah. I was like, we're not doing that. I'll tell you later. But, so basically,
I'm over here thinking
she had got my man something. She was married with kids, and had got my man something for Christmas. Now, I didn't address her first at all. I didn't say nothing to her until
Wait, I know who this girl is.
You know who she is. Yeah. Yeah. She your old best friends, people, y'all all went to school together or something like that. I can't remember. I gotta remember.
Oh, yup. Okay. Continue.
Ma'am.
I remember now.
So yeah, so my crash dummy days or whatever else, it was just getting weird. So I did address both of them, but I addressed them first. And so when I had addressed them, I'm like, dang, who got you this? I'm going through it, being nosy, like, oh, who got you this? Cute, whatever. So he like my mama. So I'm like, okay, so because I'm thinking like his mama really got it or whatever. I see his mama lied about it. I see his mama or whatever.
I ain't gonna ask your mama.
No, I didn't even ask her on. So I'm like,
well, I'm just saying,
yeah. I just brought it up because I'm really thinking like she got it for him. So yeah. I'm over here like, yeah, we in the kitchen, we making some food. She goes, this was literally on Christmas Eve, so we making food. I'm helping her make the food, whatever else. I'm like, oh, you got such and such this. I was thinking about getting this. I'm like, what you think? She like, I got what? She like, I'm like, oh, okay. Go back down there, it was go back and address him, and he like, what? Acting crazy about it. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So on Christmas Day, she come calling. Did you get your stuff? So I hear him like he picks up the phone, and immediately I'm in the kitchen. Now we at his people's house. I'm in the kitchen. He's like in the back, like patio, whatever, like a little family room. I see him pick up the phone. I look over, just literally look over. Mm-hmm. He's giving me the stare. He's literally on the phone like this. So I'm like, why you like that's so weird? Like, why you being weird? I'm like, who just be on the phone and be like? So I come in there. I sit next to him. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, what's going on? Like, whatever. Right. Else. So I hear her like, did you like it, huh? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Did you like the gift or whatever else?
Wasn't that supposed to be like a best friend?
But she married. I snatched that phone. I said, don't you got a family, husband, and kids that you need to tend to when you call my man about some gift that you gave him? That's very inappropriate. Does your husband know you out here giving Christmas gifts and it was socks and drawers and all of this stuff like that? Do your husband know you doing this?
Not drawers.
She click. I dealt with him. And I had to keep it cool because I'm like, it's Christmas.
It's the I dealt with him.
House. But I dealt with him. I bet the bread. She never sent that man nothing again until I broke up with him.
I forgot about
that. And then she came to church one day. And like this is years later, came to church one day. Hi,
we not friends.
We not about to do this in the Lord's house.
We not doing that.
Now you know I ain't gonna act the plum cut fool in this place. But don't ever speak to me.
Yeah, like we not
ever. And at that time she had broke up with her husband. I heard like some allegations of her doing some stuff that he didn't approve of, and that's why they had broke up. But yeah.
Well.
Yeah, that was the only time. And she would just do stuff like that. But she did stuff like that with the brother, like would send stuff and be like, these are my brothers. I love them like that. Why are you
get a gift?
Don't give me the
or like when you go and out the way draws. That's insane.
Any underwear, and it's so weird because like when I looked at it, I'm thinking the first thing I thought was t-shirts.
How you know the size underwear he wear?
But the thing was t-shirt, socks. Maybe I could see a mother getting. I'm thinking like that. Why would your mama get you this? I didn't even pay attention to the fact that it was like more underclothes. I'm thinking it's just socks, t-shirts. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that from my mom. But then like after a while, and
that's what my grandma used to do with my brothers. Her little care package.
Yeah,
she would get them socks, t-shirts, deodorant. You know what? Like a nice little care kit.
But you send it Abercrombie and Fitch. Yeah. So anyways,
that's all. Man.
I don't even know how we got on it, but that was my story.
I wanted to know. If you ever, had somebody.
Yeah, but I never been a side chick with nobody because I did not play sides. And I done had some dudes like lie and say that they don't got a girlfriend, and I found out that they do, and I'd be like, all right, cut it. Yeah. And we would just be in the talking stages, but I don't do that.
Yeah, like we not doing that. 2025, leave that be.
We're not coming inside.
No,
it never gets
at all whatsoever. So this is kind of like, an event that just happened here.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more on the serious side, but the mother who lost her 2 children at the Hollywood Casino, aka Greektown, parking garage. First of all, that's a very, 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 very sad and unfortunate situation. And I do feel like the city failed her because the fact that she tried to go to, what I found out, she tried to go to different shelters for her and her children and got turned away.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that her family sizing was too big. I don't know how true that is, but sometimes they can turn you away if you looking to like get a bed for like more than 2 people or more than 3, something like that. But that is very sad.
It's like I feel like it should, to me, it shouldn't matter how many. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they don't have a home to go to, then what are these shelters for?
Right.
Like we need to improve and do better. And the dad.
Let me quote something that he said because it made me so mad. She told me to get the kids, but she just asked, "Can I get them?" She didn't say she was homeless. It's a difference.
If I'm asking you to come get these kids, I really need an explanation. They're your kids. Like, what do you mean?
Then he said he FaceTimed them all the time. He talked to them all the time. Then he got caught up in that lie because then he eventually said, like, well, it's been a month or 2 since I've seen them. Yeah, because you can't say you didn't know they was homeless, but in that same sentence say you FaceTime them every day. Because if you know there's your kids is on FaceTime in the back of the van,
you would know something
every day. You know that they're not at a house or within a place that's, warm and they don't have shelter. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like it's like stuff like that, it like really breaks my heart because it's just so messed up, especially now. It's very bad in like trying times, and I can't even give a whole sex education course and say, close your legs, wrap it up, because everybody grown, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. But it's just unfortunate, not 1, but 2 kids' lives like had to be, taken away like that. And I remember at my old job, we did a volunteer. We didn't do as many volunteer jobs, but this particular one, it was for I forget the lady's name, but she bought like a whole building and made different rooms.
Oh, okay.
And it was for mothers with their kids.
Okay.
So we got to paint and clean up each room. So I'm like, oh, I get to be Picasso in here. But it's like we got to paint each room, and each room, it was a bedroom.
Yeah.
It had a bathroom, a nice little closet, and then like a little nook for like a kitchen, like a mini like little kitchen. But they had like a bigger kitchen area or whatever. But they had their own in that room. Like it was like almost like a nice size 500-foot apartment, but like just with everything in there.
Nice.
But for somebody else to have anything that's a lot. And as long as they work, they don't even have to pay.
Oh, that's good.
And that I don't know what it was. I said, I wish that we could do more of that
in the community.
In the community, because it's getting worse and worse, especially on these cold nights.
It's freezing.
It's freezing. Just even seeing homeless people. Like when I used to go a certain route to my job, I always used to see this homeless guy with his dog. I'm a sucker for dogs, So at the time, my dog had already passed a long time, but we still had his crate of dog food.
Yeah.
So I would fill it up with the dog food in a Ziploc bag. I would take that with me every day on my way to work, and then I would get him a hot coffee at the Dunkin' Donuts like before I got there. And every day, God bless you, thank you so much, because I'm like, I'm really doing this for your dog. Like if it wasn't for his dog, I don't know, y'all.
You would have given him some food. But
I would have probably handed him some money or whatever. And I think it was one time I ordered some food. They gave me tofu.
Oh.
I said, what is this?
Yeah, like no.
I literally ran it up to him. I said, I could have took it back. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go give him a nice hot meal.
Yeah.
And it was later. I don't know if he was gonna be there,
right,
but he was there. So I said, here you go. I had gave him a fork. I brought him a water. And it's just one of them things where it's just like, I wish there was something more that I could do, or I was in a place to do something like that, because some people, they do it to themselves. Why? But they may later be like, you know what? I want to change my life around. But then there's some people, because of the way the comedy is set up, they can't afford it.
What I hope comes from that is that if there's going to be a fair prosecution of neglect, that they make it a 2-parent thing and not one.
Yeah.
What I don't like seeing is that a mother tries and everything is always put on her with the kids, and then an unfortunate situation like this happened. It's just like, oh, where the mom failed the kids. No, the mom didn't have the kids by herself, so the parents failed the kids. So it's like, if there should be any type of like jail time or any type of consequences, I think that they should make it fair and make it both. And I'm not even trying to be funny, because it's like, you got on this Nike Tech and this nice jacket, hood, hat, fresh weed twist. You was at the gym, you was kicking it with your girlfriend, and you didn't know your kids was homeless. I'm just sorry. Like, it's no excuse for that, because it's like, no matter what, even if you was FaceTiming every day, like you say, which I don't believe, there's no way that your kids should have just been out here homeless. And the woman had other kids, but she was like, listen, just get yours. I can figure the rest of this out. Maybe me and the other two or the other one, whatever, can figure this out. But it's just sad.
Yeah,
I just hate that happened.
Yeah, it was just really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
we got a little deep, but we had to talk about it, because I feel like it's something that's like
going on and happening, and prayerfully that the city, like you said, take care of this in the right manner. Hopefully they will help this young lady out and her children, house them, somewhere or whatever. Because that's just really hard and really messed up.
It is.
So let's go ahead and end this.
Let's end this.
If so,
speaking about a little bit of trouble or people getting in trouble, I just want to know, the worst trouble that you got into while you was in high school was what? Detention, suspension, explosion, or nothing?
In high school? I got detention, but that was because my mom was always late to take me to school. It was her fault. They ain't had nothing to do with me.
Okay.
But I did get suspended my senior year over the most dumbest thing in the world.
Okay.
This lady in particular, she was a white teacher that really did not like black people like that. And this one boy who could I not stand since middle school, because I put him in a headlock for calling me and my friend. And he used the ER, and I put him in the ER. Okay. And I was walking to the library. I didn't have any classes my senior year. I was in OTEC. So I had particularly got done early this day, and I was going to the library to do something. And as I'm walking, he looks at me and he says, F you.
Okay.
And I said, excuse me, what? And he said it again. So as she comes out, she was like, what is all this record? Because I'm like looking at him like we going back and forth arguing. And then she was like, you need to go. I said, I didn't do nothing. I said, he the one that said F me. Now you need to go because you said the F word. I said, are you effing kidding me? Like, I'm getting in trouble.
One-sided trouble now.
Yeah. So, and the our principal was out at that time. I think he had some procedure. So the acting assistant principal, lame, he caught himself trying to, give me this little lesson. I'm just like, sir, this not even that.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, who do you want me to call, your mom or dad? I said, my daddy. And when he called my dad, telling him what happened, my dad was like, so that's it? That's what happened? Well, yeah, Mr. Rice, we just like to, my dad was like, I'm pretty sure that worse things has been said.
Yeah.
Like, he said one day for that.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, okay. He was like, well, you have to come get her. He was like, I ain't got to come get her. She got a car.
Hello.
And I looked at him, and literally when the principal came back 2 weeks later, he took it off my record.
That's good.
Because, shout out to you, Mr. Shepard, because I'm not trying to be funny, Mr. Nelson.
Not the name dropping.
I'm dropping names.
Okay.
Boom. Close bomb.
I was expelled. Long story short, I was
in high school.
Yes, I was expelled at my first high school, Southeastern. This girl lied and told her cousin that I bumped her. They jumped me, failed attempt, because when they jumped me, I still had on my earrings and my glasses at the time. I was wearing glasses, still had on my glasses, still had on my coat, still had on my earrings. I didn't have not one scratch, not one bump, not one scar. I wasn't bleeding, so it was a failed attempt to jump me.
Y'all hear what she's saying, right?
And they did that, and then we handled it.
She ain't no killer, but don't push her.
We handled it. Me and my peoples handled it, and our turnout was way worse than theirs. And the school found out, because we did it off of school property. Like, I wasn't a dummy. Like, they weren't going to catch me on camera doing it. So yeah, my peoples, whatever, we returned the favor, and we did it to a point where it was like causing bodily harm and all that. So then we had to sit in front of the Board of Education.
Oh, wow.
It was like a whole thing, and I was like, I didn't even do nothing. I am the victim here. And so they was like, yeah, y'all all got to go. And that was cool for me because I wanted to change schools anyway, but it wasn't cool for them because they couldn't go to prom. They couldn't do nothing. And then, they were just mad. And then that's what happened. So, yep.
That's the story. Crazy. Mm-hmm. I ain't even spelled in high school. I'm sure I got expelled in.
But it wasn't on my record or nothing. I just went to another high school.
I got expelled in kindergarten.
Yeah. Girl, please.
Facts. Oasis.
The good thing about
Oasis on 8 Mile, because they had a no touching rule.
You always touching somebody
because they're a little fat, but
couldn't
fit down the slide.
Next.
She was. She asked me to help her to get down the slide, friend, and I assisted. She was stuck.
Next,
I went like. And then ain't my fault, my heavy-handed self, and she went boom and fell a wood chip with her eye. Now it's my fault. Now they want to suspend the black girl. They was racist too at that.
What was your question?
So glad that they got.
What's your question? So we can end this. What's your question?
I know, get expelled in kindergarten is crazy.
It's crazy.
Ain't like
oh my gosh. Crazy. What is your question? I would love to know.
Have you ever flashed anybody before?
Yes. And I had a great time doing it. It's usually the boobs. I want to see them.
What else were you going to flash, friend?
Oh, yeah, I got a lot to offer other than that. Okay, y'all. We enjoy y'all watching this episode of our trending topics and what's going on. Make sure y'all tune in every Sunday.
Yes, and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at 2 Friends TGI. That's TWO Friends TGI. And I'm so Danny. I'm so DAN. I.
It's your girl KC, and that's Kenya C, KENYAC _ on all platforms. We gonna see y'all next week.
Bye.